Was BJP worker in Bengaluru, Praveen, killed by someone whose livelihood was dependent on him? Sensational information has now emerged to suggest that Shafique, one of the accused arrested for his murder, was the son of a former employee at a chicken shop run by Praveen himself. The police suspect that Mohammed Shafique and Zakir, who were arrested on Thursday in connection with the murder of Praveen, provided information like identification of the victim and his location to the assailants. Just 2 days after the 32-year-old BJP youth worker was hacked to death, the outrage has forced Karnataka Chief Minister Basavaraj Bommai to announce that there will be zero tolerance for crime in the state. The assertion came after a spate of killings. After Praveen's murder, barely 60 kilometers away, Fasal was also stabbed to death. Within barely another 48 hours, the Chief Minister said that he is contemplating a Yogi model in Karnataka.
I have told him in Bangalore, whatever possible we'll do it, and if need be, if the situation says that UP model or much more stricter than that, we will not hesitate to do it.
ಆಗಿದೆ ಆದರೆ ಇಂಥ ಘಟನೆಗಳು ನಡೀಬಾರದು ಅನ್ನೋಂಥದ್ದು ನಮ್ಮ ಕಾರ್ಯಕರ್ತರ ಮತ್ತು ಸಮಾಜದ ನಾಗರಿಕರ ಅಪೇಕ್ಷೆ ಇದೆ. ಈ ಅಪೇಕ್ಷೆಯ ಪೂರಕವಾಗಿ ಅವರ ಭಾವನೆಯ ಪೂರಕವಾಗಿ ಇನ್ನೂ ಹೆಚ್ಚಿನ ತೀವ್ರವಾದಂಥ ಕ್ರಮವನ್ನು ವಹಿಸುವಂಥದ್ದಾಗುತ್ತೆ. ಭಾಳ ಸ್ಪಷ್ಟವಾಗಿ ಸಂದೇಶವನ್ನು ಯಾರೇ ಎಲ್ಲೇ ಇರಲಿ ಹುಡುಕಿ ಆ ಕ್ರಮವನ್ನು ವಹಿಸುವಂಥದ್ದು ಮತ್ತು ಅವ್ರನ್ನ ಏನು ಕ್ರಮವನ್ನು ವಹಿಸಬೇಕು, ಎನ್ಕೌಂಟರ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕೋ ಎನ್ಕೌಂಟರ್ ಮಾಡಲಿಕ್ಕೂ ಯುಪಿಗಿಂತ ಒಂದು 5 ಹೆಜ್ಜೆ ಮುಂದೆ ಹೋಗ್ತೀವಿ. ಯುಪಿಗಿಂತನೂ ಒಳ್ಳೆ ಮಾಡಲೇ ಕೊಡ್ತೀವಿ, ಯುಪಿಗಿಂತನೂ ಚೆನ್ನಾಗಿ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ. ಕರ್ನಾಟಕ ಒಂದು ಮುಂದುವರ ರಾಜ್ಯ, ಎಲ್ಲರಿಗಿಂತ ಪ್ರಗತಿಪರವಾಗಿರುವಂಥ ಒಂದು ರಾಜ್ಯ, ಎಲ್ಲರಿಗೂ ಮಾದರಿಯಾಗಿರುವಂಥ ರಾಜ್ಯ. ಕರ್ನಾಟಕ ಇತರರಿಗೆ ಮಾದರಿಯಾಗಿರುತ್ತದೆ. ಇದನ್ನೇನು ಅನುಸರಿಸುವಂಥದ್ದು ಯಾವುದೂ ಇಲ್ಲ. ನಾವು
It seems to be pre-planned. It is not that it was randomly done, because you can see we have got the CCTV footage where they are waiting for 30 minutes. That means that there was this target was not random. They did not come randomly and attack. They are waiting for the specific target, and there seems to be preparation and local involvement, and there will be non-local involvement also. So now non-local component, we are working on that.
The Chief Minister says there will be no appeasement and there will be the strictest of action against all. Is the Yogi model going to be replicated in Karnataka as well? Majid Hydari, political analyst, Nahid Lari Khan, spokesperson Samajwadi Party, Mohan Viswa, spokesperson of BJP. The allegation is your own model is not working. Why do you want Yogi model, Mohan Viswa?
See, Padmaja, the problem with Congress or JDS in Karnataka, JDS has their presence in hardly 3 states, which can't even win more than 25 seats out of 225 every time when the election is held. And Mr. H.C. Kumaraswamy comes out and he speaks about, he mocks UP Yogi model, or he mocks our government in the state. That is the first point. And the Congress, who was keeping quiet when Mr. Harsha got killed from the same culprits in Shimoga, they never had a courtesy to go and visit his family. Even now, till now, they have not gone and visited. And in the case of Praveen also, the recent killing 3 days back, nobody has gone and they have not gone and met the family and they have consoled. Irrespective of the party, he might be a worker of our party, whoever, whatever. So they have not done anything till now. So they were the one Mr. Siddaramaiah tweeted and he was pressurizing to take strict action. So other way around, when our government, Mr. Bommai, says that the strict action will be taken and the UP model, if possible, will be implemented, then suddenly the outrages comes out and Mr. Kumaraswamy comes out. Basically, he speaks against that model, and also Mr. Siddaramaiah and Mr. U.T. Khadar, who is from the same coastal belt, comes out on this page. So this is for what? Just to appease one Muslim community in that particular region.
Okay, so if somebody is saying I'm going to take strict action, why have a problem with it, Majid Hydari? Why have a problem with saying that we will take action?
Well, Padmaja Sahiba, Yogi model is not any constitutional template. It's an extrajudicial design to suppress the marginalized minorities. It's a conspiracy against Ambedkar's model of constitution. And let me say, the Honorable Chief Minister of Karnataka should apologize for having said that he will implement the Yogi model in Karnataka, because Yogi model is not only about demolishing the house of innocent Afrin Fatima, it's also about putting diesel on the body of rape victim in Hathras. It's also about mowing down the farmers in Lakhimpur Kheri. It's also about the mysterious death of children in hospital and then Dr. Kapil Khan getting arrested for no fault of his and lying in jail and rotting in jail for time unless the Honorable High Court intervenes and he is released. So Yogi model has many facets and Karnataka Chief Minister must understand this.
Okay, you should apologize because you are trying to plug an extra constitutional model, Mohan Vishwa.
See, this is the problem with them, Fatima. I just can't understand. Who are minorities here? Is SDPI culprits minorities? Is PFI culprits minorities? Is the same people who attacked the Congress MLA in KJL riots, who had a guts to burn the house of an existing MLA? Come on, are they innocents? Is he backing them? Is it not correct on part of the government to take strict action against them? And the same SDPI, same PFI mob who attacks a police station in Hubballi in 4 or 5 months ago, then is it not our duty to, teach a proper lesson to them? Wherever we go, whichever murder you take place, whichever mob you take place, the workers of SDPI are coming down. How can you call them as innocents? It is not about Yogi model or some other model. It's about taking a stricter action to clean the society, to give justice to everybody. It can be minorities or majorities. There should be some sort of fear before, spoiling the public properties, or before displaying, or before spoiling the social justice harmony in the society.
Okay, Naidlari Khan. It is about laying down the law, not about minority or majority.
Padmaja, Junior Bommai ji is an example of BJP's dynastic politics. His name, his politics is all because of his father, Shri S.R. Bommai ji, who was the national president of Janata Dal. And he was strictly against, he was the national president of Janata Dal and he was strictly against BJP. He was anti-BJP. So Junior Bommai should at least follow his father's path. And by disrespecting his father, by not following his father's path, he is disrespecting his father. And a person who disrespects his father, how can such a person take care of such a big state? He's a bhatta.
You mean to say if there is an issue in the society, it should not solve.
Please see to it that nobody interrupts. I didn't interrupt anybody.
Sir, ma'am, we are not talking about right now the lineage of Mr. Bommai. Can you please stick to the issue that if somebody is saying that I am going to lay down the law, and that is what the Yogi model stands for. What is the problem?
Padmaja, in Gujarat, in UP, BJP comes and they talk about Gujarat model. In Karnataka, BJP talks about UP model. Now, if we talk about UP model, then the UP government, 5 years and 150 days of UP government, approximately more than 60 sadhu sants, mahants have died in Mandir Parisar. Either they have been murdered or they have died mysteriously in Mandir premises. Yesterday also, one sadhu was shot in Mirzapur, Chunar, and one committed suicide. Now in UP, BJP came with the slogan, Gau Hamari Mata. And what is the reality in UP model? That so many Gau Matas are dying of
Ma'am, this is not about what is happening in Uttar Pradesh. The Yogi model, in a manner of speaking, is saying that if you engage in corruption, if you engage in crime, if you try to take the law in your hand, you are not going to be spared. That roughly is the...
If you talk about, yes, I'm coming to corruption only. I'm coming to corruption.
So what is the problem if some other chief minister says that, boss, I am not going to allow you to take the law in your hands? What is the problem? I won't allow you to take the law in your hands.
They came with the slogan of Namami Ganga, and their own minister, Dinesh Khatik, he is saying that Dalits are not being respected.
Ma'am, you made this about Uttar Pradesh and Dinesh Khatik. I am asking you a simple question. Ma'am, this is not about your Uttar Pradesh issues. It is about, if you are talking about law and order, if a chief minister is talking about law and order, what is the problem? Why does it become about extra constitutional justice when all he is saying is that in the last 10 days there have been 3 murders? I will crack down on the culprits, whether they are Hindu, whether they are Muslims. I'll crack down on, that's all he's saying.
Padmaja, he is giving the example of UP model. He's talking about UP model, and the people of Karnataka, so many people I know in Karnataka, they talk to me. They told me, no, we don't want UP model. UP model is full of corruption. See what is happening to Bundelkhand Expressway. BJP are eating up all the public money, and see how Bundelkhand
Mohan Vishwa.
Hello, madam. Uttar Pradesh government has constructed Bundelkhand Expressway in just 36 months. Keep that in mind. Okay, Uttaranchal Expressway has been constructed in just 3 years. Imagine the kind of development that has happened in Uttar Pradesh. There is a Samsung plant coming up in Noida, the biggest in the world. Please keeping that in mind. Kanpur Metro constructed in 36 months. Keep that in mind. The majority of the schemes of central government have been implemented at grassroots level at UP model. That's why people have voted for Yogi Adityanath ji for the second time. What page you have to speak about this? You tell me. Looking at the kind of development only people are voting Yogi ji for the second time. Come on, what you are telling? Number of airports that have been constructed, number of highways that have been constructed.
Think of a Yogi model in Ambedkar's India.
No, see, don't see Ambedkar, Constitution, okay, this kind of thing. Do you know what Ambedkar, do you know what did Ambedkar say? What did Ambedkar say? Ambedkar was totally against hijab. Ambedkar was totally against burqa. What do you support? Now you answer me one question. Dr. B.R. Ambedkar was totally against wearing burqa and wearing hijab. Do you support that or not? You tell me. You are speaking about Ambedkar now, right? Tell me.
I appreciate your question, but Bhimrao Ambedkar has no way banned wearing of burqa. He has given us the constitution to give every Indian citizen the right to follow religion.
Just because bringing Ambedkar into it, okay, don't shield yourself.
It is not bringing individual ideology to Indian constitution.
You tell me, now we are speaking about Karnataka, you got Ambedkar in the now I'm bringing the issue which has happened in Karnataka about hijab. What did Ambedkar say about hijab and burqa? Tell me. What's your stand on that?
I said he has given us the liberty to wear hijab, wear burqa, practice our religion as per our constitutional right. That is the quality of Ambedkar. He has not put in his individual ideology in the constitutional framework. And that is what every Indian respects about Dr. Ambedkar.
But Ambedkar was
have a Yogi model which is about a model to suppress the minority.
Nayad Lari Khan, would you be happier if the Chief Minister of Karnataka said, I will do everything that Yogi is doing, but I will call it Akhilesh model? Is that the problem? That it's being called the Yogi model, they'll say that we will crack down on criminals and we'll call it the Akhilesh model. Is that okay?
No. See, Padmaja, now if you allow me to speak, let me speak for a second at least without interruption. See, the only model BJP is following is their best friend's model, that is the president of Sri Lanka. Ravan ka Lanka ka model they are following. This is the model BJP is following.
Okay.
And see what is the condition of Ravan ka Lanka ka president. This will be the condition of BJP also. So they are following their pattern, they are following their model.
All right. If it is the Yogi model or the Lanka model or the Ram Rajya model, eventually one will get to know in just a few months, because Karnataka is not too far away from the ultimate judges of what model is the best model, which is the voters. Thanks very much, both gentlemen and Nayad Lari Khan, for having joined me. The other big story that we are tracking